Final Fantasy is the worst game I have ever played in my entire life. Like, okay, I just beat it. All right, I just beat it, and I usually don't curse. This game, this game, this game. All right, I put 50 to 60 hours, 50 hours into this game. I spent $60 on this game. I took it slowly. I tried to level up, even though this game does not want you to grind, even though this game is linear as hell. It's like, no. I went back, I went down the same corridor 3 or 4 times, waited for enemies to respawn, just because I wanted to enjoy it. This game. I hate this game. I hate this game so much. I hate this game a lot. So I'm playing it, right? I'm talking to my friends online. I'm like, hey, all right, I'm kind of enjoying it. I'm kind of liking it. And then I went to hating it, all right? Let's go back. I did a drunk review about this game, and I said, it's good, right? It's a good game, right? I've sobered up since then. I've played it. It sucks. It's the worst game I've ever played in my entire life. I went from liking it, thinking it was good, to going, oh no, to going, oh God, this is terrible. This is the worst. How did this happen to me? How did I hate this game all of this sudden? Luckily, I calmed down. My wife fed me. She's like, no, maybe you should think about it. I thought about it. Okay, so I'm playing this game, and I'm liking it, and it's fun, and it's okay, and it's a little wonky. The story's a little weird. The character's a little weird. I can handle all of that, right? I get to basically, spoiler alert, spoilers from this point on, spoilers. Go to where there's the avalanche wall, right? You have to go up the avalanche wall. They said, once you leave here, you can't come back. Great. I only missed 2 of the side missions. By the time I hit this avalanche wall, I was level 38, right? I was 38, ready to go. Ready to go in. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't wait to go in. Went in there, and my friend goes, yeah, you got 10 more hours of gameplay. At that point, I had spent 40 hours on the game before I went over the avalanche wall. 40 hours in this game. I went back, did a bunch of side quests. The 2 I missed, I didn't know about. Must have missed them somehow. I got every single CD on there. The one thing that gave me pause. The one moment that gave me pause that made me hate the game for the first time is when they were storming up before the plate fell. They're storming up the stairs, running up the stairs, running up there, trying to go save people's lives or whatever the hell they were doing. They're running upstairs, and then Biggs is our first casualty, right? He's laying there, he's dying. He's like, oh, there's going to be a future. And then he dies. And it's like, oh, Biggs. And then he, like, basically pops back up out of sleep. And he's like, just kidding. Just kidding, guys. I'm not dead. And instead gives an even worse death eulogy to Cloud. Like a fucking idiot. And it's like, the future's to you now. Spoiler the alert. He's still alive. We had to go through 2 death scenes with Biggs, and he's alive? We went through all of that, and he's alive? And you know who got a lesser death thing? Jessie. She got one little death thing. And then, well, who knows? She actually might be alive too. And who knows? Wedge could be alive because he disappears. Every time you think Wedge is dead, he just disappears, and then he shows up again. Like, what the like, should I be invested in any character? Yes, because you think they're going to die, and they're not. That's like the new thing, like Walking Dead. You think everyone's going to die, and then they do. And then you think everyone's actually dead, and then they're not. They're not going to die. Oh. So anyway, and that kind of was like, oh, I'm not liking it. And then I got to Shinra, and I don't give a I'm ready to beat the game. I put 40 hours into it already. And it just felt like the creators were like, we got Skylight, and they're like, hey, let me explain how Shinra works. Skip that cutscene. I was like, I don't care. Because over and over and over again, I was like, that was a pointless cutscene. That was a pointless cutscene. I don't care. You've explained this 3 times. Why should I hear that again? Another cutscene? Why should I hear this cutscene again? Why? Can you just... Oh, really? Barrett? Really? You're going to tell me again for the 15th time how you don't trust this company and how everyone deserves to die in it? Cool. I hated Barrett by the end of this game because I just wanted him to shut the f*** up. Just shut the f*** up, Barrett. We get it. We get it. You're an asshole. I'm sorry, Barrett. You're kind of an asshole. You don't care about other people. You just care about your mission. And people might think that's altruistic or whatever, but you're a f***ing asshole. And I'm tired of hearing it from you. Tired of hearing it from you. The whole game. So that's the Barrett thing that I hated. I hated him at the end of this game. I kind of liked him at the beginning. Thought, he's kind of quirky, he's fun. No, you're a f***ing asshole, Barrett. You're a f***ing asshole. I don't give a shit about you anymore. I liked you in the original Final Fantasy VII. I f***ing hate you in this one. You're unbearable. Some people talked about how his voice acting was bad. What are you going to do? I don't really care about that. I just thought he was an insufferable prick. Then we get to one of the mini boss fights. One of the many. This one is from Rufus Shinra. Remember when you finish the boss fight and then you get into another boss fight with Rufus Shinra? Because, this game's all about boss fights, apparently. It's like, hey, remember that boss fight? Here's another boss fight. Here's another boss fight. Here's another boss fight. Here's another boss fight. Boss fights over and over and over again. Oh, I hate it. I hate it so fucking much. Like in the original game, you can grind for a while, go to a boss fight. Grind for a little while, go to a boss fight. Go into a town, meet people, grind a little while. That's not this game. This game's not a grinding game. It is. Go through a corridor, go to your next thing. Some people can beat this in 25 hours, 20, 30 hours. They're done with this game. It took me 50 hours to beat this game. And the last 10 hours, I was rolling my eyes. I wanted to tear my controller apart. I'm like, why isn't this game ending? Why are you talking about this? Winning the Shinra. Hey, let's talk about this. Skip that. Hey, let's talk about that. Skip that. All right, I'm finally up here. I met the mayor, by the way. There's some mayor. Guess what? I skipped his whole plot line, and it didn't matter. I don't know who the fucking mayor is. I don't give a about the mayor. The mayor, all he does is watch you on TV and kind of help you a little bit. He doesn't matter the end point of the game. I skipped all of the mayor. I don't know who he is. I know he lives in a library. I magically ended up in a library. Who gives a It didn't matter. I kept saying, wow, that was a pointless scene. Wow, that was a pointless scene. By the time I got to Shinra, I was like, I don't give a anymore. None of this matters. The ghost kids, those ghost kids, what you're trying to rush to the plate to go stop Shinra from, destroying this plate, and then you're like, oh, there's ghosts. Let's deal with them. But, our daughter might die and our friends might die. Yeah, but there's ghost kids. There's some stupid ghost kids we need to worry about. Why do you care about these ghost kids when you're about to die, or people you know are about to fucking die? I went on 3 different tangents. Rufus Shinra. Let's get back to that stupid motherfucker. So I get to him. Fine. Yeah, I just did a boss fight. Let's do this. And I'm doing the fight, and I'm enjoying it. But then I remember, this same exact fight was in Yakuza. At the end of Yakuza. The same exact fight on a roof, on somebody's business, with a gun against you. Same exact fight. I had to dodge, hit, do the same exact thing, the same thing in the original Yakuza game. Almost exactly. And then I realized this whole game is a Yakuza game. You're just running around, talking to people, having awkward conversations with them. It's a Yakuza game. Yeah, there's some Final Fantasy elements, I guess, like leveling up, but you level up in a Yakuza game. Yeah, you don't have to buy businesses or do certain other... But then you have darts, just like in a Yakuza game. It's a Yakuza game. Yeah, they have some stuff like in Final Fantasy X. Like when you beat monsters, they turn into these little particle effects or whatever. I don't remember that happening in Final Fantasy VII. I guess they would just disappear, but I thought that was because of the limitations of the PS1 and not because, this is mystical, it's the Mako. My entire life. This is like an amalgamation of Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy XIII, and Yakuza, all put together. Like the linearity of the beginning of Final Fantasy XIII, which everyone hated, by the way. Everyone forgot that they hated that, and the only reason they like it is because they like the combat. By the way, I like the combat. The combat isn't bad, but everything else. Everything else is terrible. The writing is terrible. The characters are okay, but usually terrible. The story is fucking ridiculous. Final Fantasy VII was good because it was grounded in some kind of reality, and then you have this big ending where you fight Sephiroth like 3 or 4 times in 3 or 4 different iterations. My final fight with Sephiroth, I actually didn't mind because I knew this might be the end. All the other times before that, I almost turned off my system. I almost turned off my game. Was like, this shit, this game, my life. Why am I doing this? The worst part, the part where I almost stopped, was when we're done. We're done with Shinra. We're driving away. Oh, we're doing the motorcycle stuff. I like motorcycle stuff. And then you're hitting people. This is fun. And then you get a boss. You get another boss. After all these different bosses, you get another boss, and it's a driving boss. And like, I'm trying to hit him up front, and you can't because you can only hit him from the sides. So you have to actually hit him different. And I died like 3 times on that because I was confused about I had to look it up online. I was super pissed. I was like, we're trying to leave. We're trying to leave. And oh my God, that's so oh. And so I finished that boss between the other 2 or 3 bosses I had before that and had the Super Sephiroth to do. Super Sephiroth. Oh, I hate this game. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. And in the ending, they're all like, oh, what are we going to do? Oh, it's such a big build-up. Oh, maybe we're going to... No, I don't give a shit about these super magical powers that suddenly Sephiroth has. And that they're building up to this big thing. And I don't care. I turned off my shit. I turned it off and I deleted it. And I'm not playing this game again. I'm not playing any other Final Fantasies. Because you know what? This fucking Final Fantasy series, has been bad since 13. Sure, 14 fixed itself, whatever. But all the mainline games suck. Couldn't finish 15. Hated 15. I played 13, 13.2, 13.3. I own those games on Xbox 360. 13.2 was pretty fun, but they weren't perfect games. And they all look like, oh, look what belts can I put on me. Look at Barrett's stomach. Bunch of belts. I'm tired of belts. I'm tired of the aesthetic. I'm tired of Kingdom Hearts and being in all of my Final Fantasies, or vice versa. Can we get some new blood in there? Can we get something different from Final Fantasy? Why did you have to take Final Fantasy VII and put it in this thing that everyone fucking hates or everyone has hated? Why? Can we try something new? It could have been a chance to do anything different, anything new, anything like anything. The combat was the only new good thing, and all you did was copy God of War. Like, that's it. Like, I like pausing in the middle of battle. I think that's perfect, and I wish Kingdom Hearts actually did that. I'd be more inclined to play Kingdom Hearts. A lot of people were disappointed with Kingdom Hearts 3, because yet again, it's a confusing, stupid story. And they're like, oh, Final Fantasy 7 story wasn't confusing. It was confusing because I didn't give a f***, and I didn't care. Because, like, what the f***? Why is this happening? This isn't Final Fantasy 7. This is some stupid... Oh. So yeah, I won't be playing it. I won't be playing the sequel. I'm upset that I spent 50 hours and $60 on it, and I'm really mad about it. I was pacing around my living room whenever it first ended because I wasn't able to film yet, and I was really, really mad. Then I calmed down to where I am now. I'm not feeling as bad, but I'm still really pissed. I really hate this game. It's really dumb on a lot of different levels. It's really fetch questy, I guess, which isn't bad, but if it was more open world, I'd feel better about it. I don't think anything's going to carry over to the next game. How could it? How could you pop up in the next game at level 60? Are they going to bump up the level cap to 120? Like, how are they going to do that? Are you just going to focus on other characters? Why? Why would I invest in a game that I fucking hate? The ending was so fucking stupid to me. Everything, once you started fighting Sephiroth the last time, which wasn't bad, it's still kind of annoying, wasn't bad, and then you got to the cutscene, I'm like, I get it, they're flashbacking to others, they're flash forwarding to other stuff that might happen, and you're like, I get it. It's a mess of a game. Can you at least agree with me that it's a mess of a game, and it's stupid as writing-wise, character-wise? It's just really dumb. I love Yakuza. I like it for its quirks. I like it that it's kind of based in reality and it's kind of like a B-movie. And this one is just like a dumb, really, really dumb summer blockbuster that just infuriates me. That everyone likes. I'm the only one that hates it. This is a huge blockbuster movie. I was like, oh, did you see the special effects? Yeah, those are nice. Oh, man, did you see the girls in it? Yeah. Oh, okay, they're fake, but whatever. Man, what a great game. No. read the things that they were saying? Did you watch their interactions that were stiff and weird? Didn't like this game. Worst game I've ever played. Wasted all of my money on it, and I was even trying to be guarded and let my friends play it first and give me advice. I didn't take my own advice, and now I'm burned for it. My life.